You're listening to the Unnamed podcast, hosted by Midnight Lunatic. And here is Midnight Lunatic.
What up, Midnight Crew? Your host, Midnight Lunatic, bringing it back for another week episode of Unnamed Podcast. And before we start, I just want to apologize for the delay. Look. So, I was wanting to do it last week, but lack of time and motivation. I mean, I was really in a bad spot last week, and just felt really down and depressed last week, and just was really lazy to really do anything. But we're bringing it back. We're here now. So you're going to get this week's episode, as well as you're going to get another episode the following week. Now, let me explain. We're not back to weekly episodes just yet. It's just because, I got to make up for the lost time here. I got to give you those back-to-back episodes, but we're still not back to the weekly episodes just yet. All right, let me make that clear now. But just to make up for lost time, we're gonna do back to back for these couple weeks. I gotta give you guys what you want. I know you guys are missing my podcast, and it's still a struggle for me to find good topics to talk about. Like everything, it's 2020, and we all know, everything. It's a political year. It is, the election year, and I don't want to talk politics. I hate politics. I don't want to talk politics. And so I'm doing my best to stick away with the politics and give you guys the more interesting ones that we can all have fun with and discuss, right? That's what we came here for. That's what we're doing. So, yeah, I just want to apologize for, the late uploads, but we are back. We are doing this, and we are going to get started with what? Yes, you guessed it. Everyone's favorite time of the week.
It's everybody's favorite time of the week. It's time for the fact of the week.
Fact of the week. Hey, you guys ever heard of The Lion King? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have. I know what The Lion King is. You should know too. Disney's The Lion King is the best-selling VHS tape of all time. And for you young people out there that don't know what a VHS is, look it up. Ask your parents, because VHSs were the thing back in the day. And I know a lot of people still have VHSs to this day with their little VCRs and everything. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have any VHSs. Everything's DVD and Blu-rays and digital now. But hey, back in the day when I was a kid growing up, I had tons of VHS tapes of different cartoons and movies that I liked. And they were cool. The only annoying part about it was, remember having to rewind the entire thing and having to sit there and wait until like the whole thing rewinded just to start the movie. That was the most annoying part. But other than that, great. It was great. Awesome. But yes, Lion King is the best-selling VHS of all time. That is crazy. That's crazy. And that's never gonna get beat. Lion King is number one in the VHS. That's never gonna be topped because VHSs nowadays don't exist. Oh yeah. So Lion King, round of applause. You got that W. Yeah. All right. Now, on with this week's topics. Kind of got a little bit of interesting ones, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, if you guys are on social media, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen these before. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about them a little bit more, and you guys are gonna get my view on things, right? So, starting off with the XFL. Now, we've talked a lot about the XFL in the past. Now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson The Rock, WWE movie star, The Rock, Fast and Furious. We all know him, right? Well, him and Danny Garcia, which is like his ex-wife, I believe, actually bought the XFL for $15 million with Redbird Capital as a partner. Now, the XFL has been sold to a group that includes The Rock, giving the bankrupt football league the kind of star power that may draw even non-sports fans back into sports, right? So you think about getting a big name like The Rock. Everyone loves and knows The Rock. Now, anything that The Rock has produced in, has been in, a lot of people tend to just kind of go watch it, right? So what they're thinking is, because The Rock is such a big name, that he now has that power to bring non-sports fans to watch the XFL and kind of not really make them sports fan, but kind of give them a little bit of a twist to it. And I'm not even sure how this is going to work out, because The Rock isn't going to be playing, right? He just owns it. So I'm not sure what exactly the plan is, but I guess we'll wait and see. So we all know Vince McMahon announced the XFL's reboot in 2018 and spent 2 years developing the 8-team league. So we already know that. We've discussed this in the past. The original XFL, created in 2001 in partnership with NBC, folded after one season. We've discussed this, right? So back in April of this year, the XFL filed for bankruptcy after the COVID-19 pandemic prompted the cancellation of the season. Remember that? We talked about it a couple weeks back, how the XFL was canceled. The COVID-19 came around, and they couldn't afford to pay out the players during that shutdown, right? So they filed bankruptcy. So after a little bit of negotiation, right? After a little bit of a negotiation, with talking with Fox and everyone else that was involved in it, The Rock was like, you know what? I like this XFL a lot. I don't want to see it die. And since he's very good friends with Vince McMahon and the WWE, he was like, this is a good business move. I got to buy it. And he did. He bought it. $15 million. That's a lot of money for me. I'm pretty sure for him, that's probably nothing. That's probably like a small portion of what he's making a day, if you really think about it. I mean, this guy's everywhere. He's in every movie. He's like one of the best selling, what would you call it, actors out there, I guess you can say. So the XFL drew more than 3 million viewers in its first week. But as time went on, the audience was about half that in the final week before the shutdown. So it went from 3 million views the first week to about half of that in the following weeks. Now, I remember when it first started, I was excited, and I was like, man, this is interesting. Like this brings a whole new concept to football. And as time went on, they didn't really have like a schedule to where it was easy for people to really watch, and I think that was the biggest downfall, because I noticed that all the games that were coming on were like at random times. Like they would start like 2:15, and then another one like 12:15, and then another one like 4:30. Like there were random times. There wasn't like a set schedule like the NFL does, right? Where they like announce like the games. They just kind of just boom, they were there. And I think that was one of the biggest issues, because it was annoying, because like I had a team that I like to watch, and I was like, hey, this team was like really good, but I would always like be busy with something else or not even know that the game is on until afterwards. And I'm like, well, what the heck? Like, how come they didn't announce that there was a game or what time it was? Like, there was nothing. There was no communication whatsoever. So XFL, Rock, let's see what they can do. Let's see what they can bring to the table. I find this very interesting, and I hope to see the XFL make his comeback. It's like the NFL but better. I mean, there's a lot more to it in the NFL than XFL does. Like the rules nowadays in NFL are just ridiculous and crazy. And I get it; they want to be, safe with their players and everything. But at the same time, some of the things are like, what? Like, why? So we'll see what they have to bring in the XFL. The Rock, please do a good job. I don't want to see the XFL go down again after one season. So please make it happen, make a comeback, and let's get back into that football groove. Now, on to the next topic. Another interesting one. Jake Paul. You guys know Jake Paul, the YouTuber. Pretty sure a lot of you have heard the name. Well, his house in Calabasas, California, was raided by the FBI. Now, guns were seized during the raid, and what they're pretty much doing is, because he was involved in the Scottsdale protest that happened a while back, a couple months back, there was a protest here in Scottsdale, Arizona, about a good, I want to say 45 minutes from where I live. There was a mall that was raided, that was being protested on, and they actually broke into the mall and was, robbing stuff and looting. Well, Jake Paul was one of those people that were connected to that. And so the raid is somehow in connection with Jake getting arrested in Scottsdale during the protest. So the FBI told TMZ that, quote, the FBI is investigating allegations of criminal acts surrounding the incident at Scottsdale Fashion Square in May 2020. So Jake was in the mall and was arrested for trespassing and was charged with a criminal misdemeanor. But the city attorney had dropped the case, and the more serious investigation has been presented. So the FBI was like, all right, give it to us. We want to investigate it. Don't throw it out just yet. Just give it over to us. So that's pretty much what happened. So it appears that the FBI seized weapons from his home, and at the time Jake Paul was not home. But I mean, if you guys seen the videos, you can see, I mean, there was like trucks, like 3 or 4 different trucks, right? And just people in full-on body armor suits, big rifles, like ready to just go to town, right? It was serious. It looked like one of those drug raids that you would see like on TV, right? So, law enforcement officials were spotted walking down Jake's driveway with what appeared to be rifles and perhaps shotgun in hand, 2 per person. So 2 guns per person. That's how much weaponry they had on them. So there seemed to be at least 20 people or so on the ground executing the search warrant, and that doesn't even include the people that were overhead. I mean, there was choppers around too. They were doing aerial coverage of this as well. So only 20 people on the ground. I don't know how much in the air, but it legit looked like something big was going to go down. So there's still no word if arrests were made or if any property or evidence was seized other than the firearms. But they're still on the investigation. And Jake Paul's friend that lives in Las Vegas actually got raided himself because he was in connection with that protest looting as well. So not only did they get Jake Paul home, but they also got his friends home. So we'll see what happens there. That's all the information I really have for that. But as time goes on, if something else comes up, I will for sure let you guys know. But man, I'm not a big fan of Jake Paul. Look, like you can hate on me all you want. I hate the Paul brothers. All right, I absolutely despise them. I think they're stupid. I think they're pointless on YouTube. Like, they make these stupid videos just to get popularity and more money into their pockets. And I think it's stupid. They're not hardworking. They pretty much expect things to get handed over to them. And that's the type of people I don't like. I don't like when people think that they're they're owed something, or that, they don't have to work hard to get something. They just deserve it. I don't like that. And I think that's what the Paul brothers are about. They're expecting everyone to just hand over things to them. And that's something I can't get behind. So now moving on, quick topics to talk about this week. Oh man. So starting off with sports, George Kittle, 49er, signed a deal with the 49ers for 5 years. This included a $75 million contract with a signing bonus of $18 million, and it includes $30 million guaranteed at signing and $40 million in total guarantees. So not only did he get $30 million at signing and $18 million at signing, but he's also guaranteed $40 million even if something happens during the season. If the season gets shut down for whatever reason, he's still getting $40 million of that $75 million. That is crazy. Imagine getting that much money for a couple games. Like, holy bazooka. Now, I remember a few weeks back, we talked about Patrick Mahomes getting that super big contract. Like, that was huge. But this is pretty big too, because not only is George Kittle now the most expensive player in his position, that's the biggest contract in history for his position. That's crazy. Now, if you ever heard of Blockbuster, right? Remember Blockbuster? Well, the last Blockbuster on Earth, you can now have a sleepover at for only $4. So what they did was they took that Blockbuster, they turned it into an Airbnb, and you can rent it out $4. 4. Now, I'm not talking 5. I'm not talking 3. I'm talking $4. Right? Imagine just walking down the street, you're a homeless guy, and you're just like, sure would use a nice place to stay. Oh, look, I got $4. Well, I can't afford a hotel. That's too expensive. There's a Blockbuster. Oh, wait, no. That's only for video rentals. Darn it. But wait, why is there beds in there? What? $4 a night? Oh, okay. And then, yeah, you got to spend the night in a Blockbuster, right? I'm not sure if they have movies in there still. I'm not sure if it's like you spend $4 and you can watch all the movies you want for that night. But, hey, I think it's pretty cool, Let Blockbuster do his thing, all right? They're trying to survive in the world. They're the last one on Earth. Let them survive. Let them do what they got to do. So this is a weird one. This is a weird one right here. The Planters Baby Nut. Remember back in the Super Bowl of last year? They did a little Planters Baby Nut because Mr. Peanut got too old and they wanted to rebrand their stuff and everything. Well, Baby Nut is no longer a baby, right? It's only been a couple months. He is now 21 years old. This baby Peanut somehow got that I don't know what you would call it, a growth spurt all of a sudden to be 21 years old already. I don't know. Planners got some explaining to do on that, but a peanut being 21 years old after being born a couple months back, that's a little fishy to me. I don't know how peanuts can do that, but they got some special talents in them if they can grow overnight that quick. I mean, what, in a couple more months is going to be 45? Come on now, slow it down, let him live. He was a baby. He didn't even enjoy his teen years. Now he's 21, he's got an adult. Now he's got to go find a job. He's got to pay bills. Come on now. Don't do that to baby Peanut. Don't do that to baby Peanut, man. Now, last one. Trump's younger brother, Robert Trump, has died at age 71 after being hospitalized in New York. Now, this was crazy to me because I was like, okay, they said younger brother died at 71. How old is Donald Trump? Like, this guy must be in his like 80s or 90s. I didn't realize that guy was that old. Like, I was shocked. I was thinking to myself, like, did I read that right? Like, am I going blind? Did I have a stroke reading that? Like, 71, younger brother. It didn't make sense, but yeah, that's the truth. He was 71 when he passed, which makes Donald old. I guess I don't know. I guess it is what it is. But yes, Trump's younger brother passed away. Now, if you ask me how I feel about that, I don't know. I didn't even know he had a younger brother to begin with. So I guess I gotta say no comment on that. But R.I.P. You know, R.I.P. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Now. Oh, man, the main topic of the evening. Oh man, and it's a doozy. It's a doozy, I'll tell you that. The popular game Fortnite. Everyone's heard and played Fortnite. I hate Fortnite because I suck at it. Well, Apple and Google both pull Fortnite from its app stores over Epic Games' in-game payments rule. So Epic Games changed the way that their in-game, purchases are done. So both Apple and Google, just hours after Epic Games announced the new direct payment option for Fortnite to bypass the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store 30% tax on the purchases, they removed the game from its app stores. Because without that 30% tax on the purchases, Apple and Google both were not making any money off that game. And Fortnite is one of the biggest, top selling games right now. So for them to take that 30% away from them, they were like, why are we going to promote your game on our stuff if you're not even going to pay us for it? So I'm with Apple and Google on this. And it's not just because I hate Fortnite, all right? Just don't get me wrong. I still hate it. But I have to agree with Apple and Google on a business standpoint. Why am I going to promote something that I'm not getting paid to promote? Right? That's like me promoting Walmart, right? And I just say it because I have a Walmart receipt right here. But like, that's me promoting Walmart and Walmart not paying me for it. Now, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to talk about Walmart and it's supposed to be great prices, right? When they're not paying me to say that. So why am I going to do it? You know what I'm saying? As a business standpoint, would you do that? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't. You'd be like, well, give me some money and I'll promote your stuff, right? That's the way I see it, okay? That's the way I see it. Now, Epic Games sued Apple over the removal of Fortnite from the App Store, alleging anti-competitive conduct. So they sued Apple. There was like, hey, that's messed up. You have all these other games out here that you're promoting without getting, a single penny for, but yet you don't want to do that for us. But think about it, guys. Fortnite is like a $1 million company. Like, I'm pretty sure they're like in the billions right now, right? Their game is everywhere. It's on PlayStation, PC, Xbox, the phones. Like, they are making tons of money. Man, it's I don't know. So a Google rep confirmed that the internet company removed Fortnite from the Google Play Store. According to Epic, multiple apps have been cleared by Apple to use direct payments, including those from Amazon, Grubhub, Best Buy, Fandango, Uber, Lyft, and StubHub. The company announced a 20% discount to Fortnite players who purchased the game's virtual currency directly from Epic instead of Apple or Google. Now, that being an Apple or Google rep, that would piss me off. Because Google and Apple can't do that. You they give 20% off. That's 20% of their 30% income that they make. They can't afford that. They can't do that. And so I think at this point, like, Fortnite's just being a little shady about their stuff now. They're like, hey, well, if you give us the money directly, you don't got to pay that 30%, but you get that 20% off. Cause just buy it straight from us. Skip the third party companies. Just come straight to us. Give us all your money. That's a low blow, man. That's a low blow. Apple, Google, you deserve more respect than that. You've helped so many other companies out there with their apps and games. Psh, you don't need Fortnite. So Fortnite gonna offer that other people can't, right? So, if Apple or Google lowered their fees on payments in the future, Epic Games will pass along the savings to you. Now, that was a quote the company said. That was Epic Games that said that. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense to me. So, in response to that, in response to Apple's removal of Fortnite from the App Store, Epic's Fortnite account on Twitter said it is premiering a new short film in the game's Party Royale area called 1980 Fortnite. That is a snarky reference to the Apple's famous Super Bowl ad from 1984, directed by Ridley Scott. Now, I've never seen this ad, and to be honest, I didn't even see that short film that Fortnite premiered. So honestly, I don't know what it's about. I can't tell you guys nothing about it, but I'm pretty sure if you go on YouTube, you look it up for yourselves, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think Fortnite right now is just like, they're like, well, they're taking shots at each other back and forth, and as a business standpoint, that's never a good move. Like, why would you want to upset a company just because they remove? Like, can't you just try to work it out somehow, resolve it? Because in the end, Apple and Google is only going to make you more money. So why would you want to take that away? Why? It doesn't make sense. I think Fortnite is being a little bit of a stubborn butt right now, right? They're being stubborn with their money, and it's not right. It's not right at all. 30% is nothing for what Fortnite's making. But I get it. We're going through a pandemic. Times are tough. Everyone wants their money and everything. But like, Fortnite, man, get your stuff together. Get off your high horse, man. Like, you're not the best game out there. You're not. You might think you are, but you're not. There's so much more games out there that if they were to be brought to mobile, you would be down on the charts. You really would. Now imagine games like Call of Duty, right? They got the Call of Duty mobile, right? But imagine like actual Call of Duty coming to mobile. Imagine like the big game right now, big game, Fall Guys. Oh man, guys, Fall Guys is a game that, like, oh, it's so addicting, it's so fun. If you guys haven't played Fall Guys, you guys are missing out. What are you doing with your life? Oh, but anyways, imagine Fall Guys coming to mobile. Oh man, it's game over right there. I think I would get in so much trouble at work because I'd be playing that all the time. Fall Guys, such a fun game. But yeah, Fortnite, too greedy, stubborn. Get off your high horse. Fix the issue. Work it out. Don't try to play this I'm too good for you game on Google and Apple, because they will bite you. They will bite you back with anything else that you try to offer them. So I'd recommend you work things out, talk it over, make a new business strategy, and yeah. But that is gonna conclude this week's episode. I will see you guys next week. Yes, you did hear me correctly. Next week there will be another episode. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And I've already found some topics that are quite interesting, quite intense. But yes, That is going to be all for this week's. I hope you guys did enjoy. And go play some Fall Guys. I know I'm going to. I'm playing some Fall Guys right now as soon as I get done here. And enjoy the rest of my day. And just relax. It's the weekend that I'm recording this. And the weekends I have off from work. And that's when I get my things done. I have to go actually get my laundry right now because I'm in the middle of doing laundry. And big boy stuff I got to do. I'm an adult. I got responsibilities. And it's just the way life works and the way the world turns. But yes, continue to stay safe out there, guys, and be safe. Love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Midnight Crew, Midnight Lunatic signing off. Adios. Goodbye. Love y'all.